Oh, we got something in here. What the heck? What is going on, guys? So we are out here trying some new spots today. I'm in a pretty populated area just because the launch that I wanted to go to is apparently not a thing anymore. It's just, it wasn't there, they're building on it. So we had to launch a very popular boat launch. So we're out here trying to get some bait right now. I have zero bait other than shrimp. I'm gonna try to get some gaff tops. If we can't do that, we're gonna go in the marsh, try to get some mullet, and hopefully get some big drum today, maybe a gar. It's 65 degrees. Let's see what we can do. All right, we're gonna do a whole shrimp on this rod, and then we're gonna do 2 little pieces of shrimp on the other rod. Give it like 30 more seconds and then move. Alrighty, guys. First, we gotta get bait. Getting bait's usually pretty hard in the boat. I don't have a trolling motor, and the motor kind of scares the fish. So we gotta be as stealthy as possible. And if worst case scenario, we're not able to catch any mullet, I do have shrimp, but considering it's cold, I don't expect the gaff top bite to be good, because that's my favorite gar bait. That and hardheads. Hardheads are really good too, but I won't mullet because I don't think we're going to be catching any gar today. And mullet can get some big old red or drum. Oh my goodness, we got a freaking spotted gar. Well, we got a fish in the net. Some critter right there, maybe a nutria or a rabbit. Wow, look how beautiful that fish is. Look at this dude. He's got a messed up tail. I mean, could there be gar back here? Dude, that's usually water. That's crazy. And like, there could be gar in these shallows, but probably not many. All right, we're gonna have to go to deeper water, I guess. I don't know. Usually the shallow water has mullet. Another gar. Two gar? Beautiful spotted gar, man. I'll never understand why people just go shoot these guys. I don't think people in other states truly understand how many gar are killed in mass in Louisiana. Go to one of these gar rodeos, bro, I'm telling you. Not sure what I'm gonna do about bait, guys. Oh, we got something in here. What the heck? What the heck? What the? A giant catfish. Guys, that was in like a freaking foot of water. What the heck? What the? What in the world? Look at the size of this catfish. Oh guys, it's not a catch because I caught it in the net. I mean, that is huge. Let's go let this big girl go. I cannot believe this fish was in that shallow water. Big old kitty. Look at that thing. All right, big girl. We got a big old fish down his throat. Look at that freaking tail coming out of his throat. Can't really tell, but I think it's a bass. Pretty sure it's a bass. All right, big old kitty. See ya. That was extremely unexpected. We still haven't caught any bait. We have big old nutria. That thing is huge. You know, I am all for shooting the nutria. It's unfortunate that they were brought here, but we gotta take them out. They're destroying our marsh. There's some mullet, guys. How did we not get any humongous needlefish, guys? Look at that. That's the biggest needlefish I've ever seen in the lake. Okay guys, we are finally out fishing. We got some bait, we got some mullet. Jet skiers, bro. If you're a fisherman, you know. Oh guys, I just saw a little gator in the freezing February weather. Get in the water right there, little guy. Oh, there he is. All right, guys, as you can see, the tide is extremely low, but you never know. All right, guys, we got 4 gar rods out, 1 bait rod. Honestly, I don't expect to catch, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't expect to catch anything here, but the odds are very low. And it's not so much because of the tide. The tide is a big factor, but also the water is so cold. So this year, it is much colder in February than it has been the last, I'd say 4 years. Because, I mean, really, last year at this time, I already caught a big gar, the year before that, and the year before that. So it is very cold for this time of year in Louisiana, I would say. Unless we've just had a hot last 3 years. But we're gonna stick it out here for maybe like an hour. Then we're gonna go to a new spot that I don't know what we'll get, but we'll probably be going for drum. It's a deep spot, so let's see what we can get here and then we'll move. All right, we're gonna go try to get some more mullet. If we're not successful, that's okay. We're just gonna try one more spot, drop some shrimp. I don't expect the gar to bite, but you never know, so we're gonna try to get that bait like I said. But if we could end the day on like a drum or something, that'd be great. Let's just see if we can get one more fish before we call it, because it's supposed to be getting real cold tonight. All right, guys, we're at a last spot for the day. Guys, to say I'm in shock is an understatement, but our cork is going right now. I'm in utter disbelief, to put it lightly. Well, guys, I can tell you right now, by the way, that fish was eating, that was a gar. So what we're gonna do is go on the bank, spread our rods out at the same water depth that we lost that fish at. Oh man, I cannot believe we just had a gar bite, dude. I've caught a lot of gar. That was 100% an alligator gar. All right, guys, we can't waste any time here. We also really need to work on getting fresh bait, but that fish dropped it because it felt that cork, so we're gonna take the corks off. I'm sitting here thinking I need to move spots, and I was like, I don't know if I can fish the spot I want to fish because I don't have an anchor. And I was just thinking, like, what if I just like found an anchor? Like, that has never happened. That'd be so crazy. I walked maybe 10 feet, bro. Freaking anchor. Let's go. I don't know if we got a fish or a crab on. I don't, golly, where are all these waves coming from? I don't want to set the hook if it's a crab because I don't want to lose this mullet head. It's the only mullet head I have. I'm thinking crab. I think we have a huge crab. Dude, I might try to get this. Yeah, if I can get this for bait, bro, that's almost a guaranteed huge drum. But let's not waste too much time with this. If it comes off, I don't care. I saw a gar roll way out there, and I tested the depth here. It's like 5 feet deep because the water's so low, so we're gonna have to move out. I have 6 fishing rods out. I got gar rod, bait rod, gar rod, drum rod, gar rod, gar rod. I felt the depth here. It's like still 6 feet, 6.5 feet. That's a lot better than what we were fishing in. You guys, we actually just got a bite, like a big bite. Dropped it, but we got a big bite. That's huge. If I could get one fish on the rod, bro, I'm happy. And I'll call it a day. Well, guys, sun is setting. We're gonna give it a few more minutes and then we're gonna call it. If we can catch one fish, great. If not, that is also okay. It is very nice to be out here. In a final attempt to get a fish, we're gonna troll the slipless crankbait. Alrighty, guys, that does it, man. To catch a catfish that big in the cast net is unbelievable, and I've caught some crazy stuff in cast nets. I think I would say I throw a cast net more than most people, and I've caught some ridiculous things. Paddlefish, alligator gar, turtles, and alligator, snakes, everything. And I just will never not be surprised at what I get in that freaking net. But next time, we are gonna be going prepared with bait, because I was throwing that cast net for like an hour. That was a waste of time. I just really did not have time to get the bait this past week. So we're gonna try to make some time to go get a carp or something before next weekend. I think, well, I'm not gonna say I think, I hope next weekend is the weekend we finally get the first gar of the year. It has been so ridiculously cold that these fish are frozen. Lost what I think was a gar today, and to be honest, I don't know if we were catching that gar regardless of having a float on or not, because those fish are so finicky. But next weekend, I think it's gonna be in the 70s, so hopefully we can get a gar. I got a lot of places listed out, like I said, previous videos about where I wanna try to get a giant fish, and places I just wanna try just to do it. Places like this, where I went today, are not in my favor. As an alligator gar fisherman, I would call myself at this point. Lots of boats are just an absolute hazard when gar fishing, because you gotta let those fish run and they will cut your line. And I don't like to be around a ton of boats anyways when I fish. Me personally, I like to go where there's no people, because in my experience, there's bigger fish. Usually the more people, the less and the smaller fish. Anyways, guys, good day. It was a beautiful day and we did not get a fish, but I have a lot of hope for next weekend. So enough rambling. As always, guys, thank you for watching and I'll see y'all in the next fishing video.